What's going on, everyone? This is Adam and Craig with Grandstand Golf. In this show, we're talking the 2020 Scottish Championship, a DFS breakdown. It's our first European Tour video. We're very excited to be going across the pond for our first ever stop with the Scottish Championship. Craig, we're at the Fairmont St Andrews. Not to be mistaken with the old course in St Andrews. It's a few hundred years newer than the old course, just down the road. It hasn't had a European stop here before. We had some senior tournaments. We've had some open qualifiers, but what do you know of the course?
I don't know a ton. It looks like a really nice course. I'd love to go there and play from everything I see online. Par 72, 7,200 yards, so it's not short, but not super long. Link style course, so pretty much what you'd expect. Just quickly looked at the weather. It is going to be cool for sure. It looks like highs aren't going to be above 10 Celsius, so it's going to be a nice cool October.
It's nice to talk in kilometers and Celsius for the first time.
For sure. Link style course should be good.
All right, let's go to our picks first. So we're going to we're each going to do a picks, we're each going to do a sleeper, and we're going to do a fade. Let us know what you think of the format. If you are interested in this, if you want to see us expand, we're open to doing different things on the European Tour. But my pick to win for DFS is Lee Westwood on DraftKings, 10,800. He's just playing really good golf right now. He's 5 straight top 20s. He's had a couple 18-hole, 36-hole leads, but hasn't really come through for a win. But he is 15th on the European Tour in strokes gained tee to green, and I just think he's kind of the class of the field. He's playing well. He's a wise vet. I think he's going to do well out there. 10,800. He's going to be my stud up top.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of guys in the field, including the guy I'm taking, who they may not be as used to cold British golf as Lee Westwood is. So you have to think that the elements and the conditions won't really bother him a whole lot.
It's nothing new for him.
Yeah. And on that note, I am taking a Italian, Renato Paratore.
Yeah, I saw it, yeah.
Just based purely on his scoring stats. He is, and his recent results. He's number 2 in strokes gain average this year in this field. So, I just think he looks like a good quality ball striker. Tied for 7th last week in a very strong field at the BMW PGA Championship. He did have a win earlier this year at the British Masters hosted by Lee Westwood.
Okay.
And then, he came over for the US Open. He was tied for 31, which is a good result there. So he looks like his form's good. Looks like his basic stats and skill set are good.
Nice. I like it. Next up, my DFS sleeper. So we're talking for on DraftKings, on DFS, guys, under 7,500 here. My pick is Jamie Donaldson at 7,400 on DraftKings. Another veteran, a Ryder Cup guy, Ryder Cup hero back in the day. He's coming off 6 straight cuts made on the European Tour. Something I'd love to see for a sleeper. We like to get him through to the weekend and see how they can do on scoring then. He's 18th in greens and regulation, 12th in scrambling. So if he doesn't make the green, he's going up and down. Bogey avoidance. I like that with link style golf. You don't want to make a big number. Accurate player, tons of link experience, can limit the mistakes. I like Jamie Donaldson. It's more of a safe, maybe higher floor, maybe lower ceiling kind of play at 7,400.
Yeah, I like it. I have gone with Jack Sr., who, not to be confused with Jack Jr., he's just been playing well since the restart. So, I was looking at what he's done. He's 7 of 8 for cuts made since the restart. 5 of those 8, he's been in the top 30. So it looks like he's playing really good golf right now. Very consistent too. So when you're down at 7,400 price, I'm looking for someone who is not going to disappoint. Good enough tee to green. He's only maybe it's not his strength. But he is still positive there. But then really what I do think is his strength. He's 0.73 strokes gained putting, which that is, I think it was 58 rounds he has on that. So it's not like, sometimes you get people who have good strokes gained putting stats, but then you look and it's like 10 rounds or something. You're like, I don't have a ton of faith in this, but it looks like he's a really strong putter, top 10 on the Euro Tour.
I like it. I think he's also in my lineup as well. So I like him as well at 7,400.
Okay, what about who are you fading?
Yeah, so I'm going at the top. Matt Wallace, 11,200 on DraftKings. It's a pretty limited field. We don't have a ton of huge names. So Matt Wallace got a big price bump on DraftKings. It's kind of like the name recognition. I think he's still hanging around top 30, top 40 in the official World Golf rankings. I don't think he's at the top of his game right now. Only one top 10 in 2020, and that was in America. 143rd in driving accuracy, 117th in greens and regulations. Just it's not numbers we like to see from someone that we're paying so much for. So I would avoid Matt Wallace, maybe build a more balanced lineup, but I am not spending up for Matt Wallace this week.
Yeah, so and I think yours is similar to mine, where it's not you're not saying Matt Wallace doesn't have a chance of winning or it doesn't have a chance of finishing in the top 10. It's more just like based on that price, I would rather go elsewhere and take the chances on other people. And that's exactly how I feel with Matthew Southgate, who's at 9,100 on DraftKings. He's the 11th most expensive player there, and he's 40th in scoring average this year, 47th in strokes gained. So it's just I would rather look for value elsewhere. Essentially, is what I'm doing with that. And his for someone who's 11th in pricing, you'd like to see them getting top 10s, and he's only one of 11 top 10 finishes since the restart. So. I think that's a pretty interesting fade because I've heard his name a lot as someone to kind of more on the sportsbook side, but someone to back this week. So I think that's a pretty bold call. And I mean, the stats kind of prove your point there. I am happy to make bold calls, and I'm happy if they don't go wrong, then I'll take the hit. Yeah, it's always better to fade someone up top than fade someone that's middle of the pack, right? So we like to make bold calls. All right, Craig, do you want to quickly recap who you have? Yep, so recapping, I've got Renato Paratore at 9,900, Jack Sr. as my sleeper at 7,400, and I'm fading Matthew Southgate at 9,100. And I'm going Lee Westwood as my pick to win, 10,800. My sleeper is Jamie Donaldson at 8,100. That's not right at all. I feel like it's 7,400, so I'll correct that. And Matt Wallace at 11,200 is my fade for the Scottish Championship. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We did drop a couple of videos for the CJ Cup, so if you are interested in that, please check those out. We like to do more European Tour content, so please like, subscribe, and share our channel wherever possible. Yeah, and if you do if you want us to go a little bit more in depth on sleepers for the Euro Tour, or look at the high end of the field a bit more, just let us know, and we'll try to put out what you're looking for. Yeah, you bet. All right, take care. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Thanks a lot.